The world felt normal again, and that scared Zara more than the chaos ever had. The sky was clear. The streets were busy and loud. People laughed and talked, just living their lives. It felt like time was moving forward as if nothing bad had ever happened. Zara stood on the very same rooftop where it all seemed to end, staring at the watch in her hands. It was cold. There was no glow, no pulse. Just cracked glass and silent metal. "Ayaan," she whispered, holding it tight. "If you're still in there, you promised you'd come back." Just then, the wind shifted. The air around her felt heavy, like it was taking a slow, deep breath. Zara felt it before she saw it. The watch in her hand trembled once, then twice. "Ayaan?" she said, a little louder, her heart starting to beat faster. Suddenly, time around her seemed to stutter, like a movie glitching for a second. And there he was. Ayaan appeared a few steps away. This time he wasn't falling or weak. He was standing, perfectly still and quiet. He looked different. His eyes met hers, and for a moment, Zara didn't move. She was afraid that if she blinked, he might disappear all over again. "You came back," she said, her voice breaking with relief. "I never left," he replied softly. Not completely. She rushed to him, her hands gently touching his face, searching for the brother she knew. "You scared me so much," she said. "You just vanished. The watch went completely dead, I thought." "I know," he interrupted gently. "I felt it." "Every second you were waiting?" "I was still connected." Zara pulled back, confused. "Connected to what?" Ayaan looked down at his own hands. For a split second, the air around them shimmered with a strange light. "When I locked the second path, I didn't just seal away the shadows. I became part of the lock." Zara shook her head, not wanting to understand. "No, that means... It means time can't really exist without me anymore," he said quietly. "And I can't exist like I used to." As he spoke, the watch in her hand cracked even more, and then it just fell apart. The glass shattered into tiny pieces, and the metal split into lifeless bits. Zara stared at the broken pieces on the ground. "So it's over?" "Yes," Ayaan said. "The watch was never the real power. It was just a guide, like a map. And now the map is gone." But just as he said that, the sky above them darkened suddenly. Clouds rolled in, way too fast to be normal. Zara felt a familiar chill run down her spine. "Then why do I feel like something is still wrong?" Ayaan's expression grew serious. "Because locking the second path didn't destroy what was on the other side." Right then, the air above the city seemed to split open. It wasn't shadows this time. It was something deeper, something much, much older. It wasn't angry or mean, it felt curious. A strange presence pushed against the world, testing the very lock that Ayaan had become. Without even thinking, Zara stepped in front of her brother. "We'll fight it," she said, ready for a battle. Ayaan gave her a sad smile. "That's the problem. There's nothing left to fight with." The presence pushed harder. Time around them started to bend and warp. Buildings groaned as if they were being twisted. Ayaan staggered, looking weak. Zara grabbed his arm to steady him. "Tell me what to do," she cried out. "There's only one way to make this stable," he said, his voice trembling. "I have to anchor the lock permanently." Zara froze. She knew what that meant. "You mean leave?" "I mean let go," he replied. Tears started streaming down her face. "No, you've already given up everything." Ayaan held her hands tightly. "I'm not disappearing, Zara. I'm just changing. I'll still exist, just not in a place where you can reach me." The strange presence let out a silent roar, and reality around them started to crack like glass. Zara shook her head desperately. "Then don't do it alone." He stared at her, confused. "You can't follow me." She took a deep breath, standing tall and steady. "You taught me something important. Power isn't about controlling things. It's about making a choice." Before Ayaan could say or do anything, she stepped closer to him. She placed her hand right on his chest, where the watch used to be. A huge surge of energy exploded between them. "Zara!" he shouted, his eyes wide with surprise. "I won't be the reason you disappear," she said firmly. "If you're the lock, Then I'll be the key that holds it steady. And with that, the whole world exploded into a brilliant, blinding light. For one scary moment, there was nothing but light. Then, silence. The city was calm again. The sky was clear and blue. Time was flowing smoothly, just like it should. Zara stood alone on the rooftop. There was no broken watch. There were no cracks in the air. "Ayaan?" she whispered, her voice small. A voice answered. It didn't come from in front of her or behind her. It came from everywhere at once. "I'm here," she smiled, tears of joy and sadness mixing on her cheeks. "Where?" "In every moment that keeps moving," he replied gently. "In every second that doesn't break." She let out a soft laugh. "You always liked being dramatic, and you always hated letting go," he teased back. The air around her felt warm and safe. Down below, life continued. Cars moved, people laughed, and time lived on. Zara wiped her eyes and stood a little taller. "Promise me something," she said. "Anything, if the shadows ever come back?" "They won't," Ayaan's voice assured her. "But if time ever trembles again, I'll feel it," Zara finished his sentence. "Yes," he said. "And you'll know you were never alone." A soft breeze passed over the rooftop. The story of these amazing siblings didn't end in a big fight. It ended in perfect balance. And somewhere, deep within time itself, a heartbeat continued steady, watchful, and alive. Like, share, and subscribe to Choti Duniya for more fun episodes.